Molly, how does that look? Does it look all right? Can you see everything fine? Can you see all the numbers at the top of the board? Can you hear me? Looks good. I can see everything. Okay. Do you want to be yellow, green, or blue? I'm taking pink. I took pink, so do you want to be yellow, green, or blue? Blue, please. Okay. Blue. Molly. So what I'm doing is I'm writing this down on a piece of paper, and I got a penny here to keep track of whose turn it is. So I just move that penny with each turn. Let's wait a bit and see if anyone else wants to play. I'm gonna head up to my Discord real quick and message a couple of people. Roger that. All right, I messaged a couple of people. Yeah, that looks fine on camera, not too much glare. Hmm. So Molly, have I explained the rules to you? Get that out of the way. And then I put paper towels right in the way. Nope. Okay. So let's see if anyone's coming in. Well, I'll go ahead and explain. So you roll 4 dice. You make 2 pairs. 7s in the middle column are the most common pairs. 2s and 12s on the left and right column are the least common pairs. So you use that to gauge your odds, right? So I'll take a 7 and a 7 actually. Since I have 2 7s, I'm going to take 2 of those. I'm going to take one of these white markers. I'm going to move it up the track twice. I have 2 markers left for this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and roll again because I have 2 markers left. Now I have, like, I could take a 9 and an 8. I could take a 12 and a 5. I'm going to be risky and take a 12 and a 5. So I put those markers on. Now, if I want to stop there and not take any more risk, I take my pink markers and I replace the white markers. Or if I want to take another risk, I roll again. Did I get a 7 or a 5? I got a 5, so I can advance the 5-1. So let's say I want to stop there. I take these. I replace these markers. And that's my turn. And then on my next turn, I can do different pairs or I can do the same pairs. So we'll roll my next turn. Let's see, I got a 7. And if I take the 7, I have to take a 10. Because you have to take any pair you can take. So I would take the 7 track and I would put that 1 above my last position. And then I would put 1 on the 10. And then roll again. Here I got a 7, and that leaves me with another 7. So I can move that 7 up twice and roll again. Here I've got a 6 and a 2, or a 5 and a 3. I have 1 on the 5, so I'll advance the 5, and I can't put 1 on 3, so I don't have to. So now I'm on 5, 7, and 9 for this turn. I have 5, 6, 7. I have 6, 7, so I advance that twice. Now, realistically here, I would stop, but I want to bust so that you can see, you know, if you bust 4, 5, 6, 7, I would advance that, and I don't have 3, so I don't have to advance that. On any turn, here's a turn, I have 4, 2, or 3s, right? So I can't advance any of my tokens. My turn is done. My markers stay right there. I don't advance anything. The first person to get 3 tokens to the end of these columns wins. Make sense? I want to get that as narrow as possible. Roger that. I should have just made that my first turn. Well, that would have been 2 turns in a row, so whatever. No one else is showing up so far. It's been about 10 minutes. Let's give 1 more minute and start at the 10-minute mark for someone to show up. The rules do say the youngest player goes first, so unless you really want to go first, I will go first. Twisted's here. Twisted, are you going to play with us? You just missed the rules, but I can explain again. Or you can just learn as we go. Either way. Whatever you prefer. You heard most of it? Okay. So you're going to play with us? Pick yellow or green. Popped into chat and ran away, but I had my earpiece in. Green? Okay, let's write down green is Twisted. Okay, so by the rules of the game, it'll go me first. And then I have Molly down second, so Molly will go second, and Twisted will go last. Everybody ready? Affirmative, says Molly. Ready, says Twisted. Caps is totally fine for affirmative. Alright, I'm going to start my turn. I got an interesting roll. I could take a 12 and a 6. I could take an 8 and a 10. And that's basically it. You know what? I'm going to take that 12 and 6. I know 12 is risky, but I'm going to take it because I have another roll to play with. I can get a 7 and a 7. Ooh, I have 2 7s there. So I will take 2 7s and I'll go right there. I'll roll again for that 6 or 7. I have a 7, so I'll move the 7. And I don't have 11, so I don't have to use that pair. As long as you use 1 pair, you're good. But on your first one, you have to use 2 pairs. You have to advance or move. You have to introduce or move if you're able to introduce or move. I'm rolling again. Ooh, I got a 12. I'm going to stop there with 2 12s and 3 7s. So I'll take 3 of my pink pips and replace those. And then, Molly, it's your turn. I'll go ahead and take your first roll. And you tell me what pairs you want out of it. You have a 1, a 4, a 5, and another 1. So you could go risky and take the 2 and the 9, and then you still have 1 more pip to play with. But the 2 is a risky maneuver, but you see I'm almost at the top of 12 with some luck. Or you could go like a 5 and a 6. I think you have 2 and 9 or 5 and 6 as your only options. Because you have 2 1s. So let me know what you want to do. Two and 9, she says. 2 and 9, and since you have a free roll left, I'm going to give you a free roll here. I won't wait for you to say you want to roll again, since you definitely want to roll again. You have a 3, a 2, a 5, and a 6. So you can move your 9 if you want, but then you have to take a 7. Do you want to do 9 and 7, or do you want to do something else? Do you want to introduce... Actually, I think you should do 9 and 7. I think that's the best bet. Wait, hold on. I have you on 8 when I think you're supposed to be on 9. Sorry about that. So those are the pairs I would do, but do whatever you want. If you want to do 5 and 11, if you want to do 5 or 11, I think you can do either one of those and then not take the other pair. But take what you want. I would totally do 9 and 7. 9 and 7? I think that's what you mean by let's do it, is 9 and 7. Make sure you give me numbers just in case I read what you say wrong. Okay, do you want to roll again? Or do you want to stay where you're at? Yeah, 7, 9. Okay. Let it roll. You've got a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 1. You have a 7 in there. If you want to move the 7. You have 2 7s. Do you want to take 2 7s? I think that's all you really can do out of this roll. If you see something else you can do, because you only have these 3 pips on this turn. 7 7. Let it roll or stop. Stop, she says. All right, let's take some blues and put those down. Now remember, on your next turn, you can take totally different pieces. You can take totally different slots if you need to or want to. And it is Twisted's turn. So Twisted, I'll make your first roll for you now. A 5, a 1, and 2 2s. Let me know the pairs you want out of that. Me and Molly both had good first turns, I think. Would have been really cool if Molly had gotten another 2. She would be really tied up with me. Actually, slightly ahead of me overall, I think, I would say. Six and 4. 6, 4. And your next roll is automatic, so I'll go ahead and make that before you tell me to. You still have the third pip. Ooh, you have 2 6s, a 5, and a 2. What do you want to take? You can't make a 4, you can't make a 6. So just take one pair and introduce a new pip. You could take that big 12. You want to take the big 12? All right, roll or stop. You need a 4, a 6, or a 12. What's up, Devin? How you doing? Roll, she says. 4, 6, or 12. You got a 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't see anything else you can take except the 6, but let me know. I think you have to take the 6. I'm positive you have to take the 6, actually, but confirm that for me. Yep, 6. Roll or stop? Roll, she says. 4, 6, 12. Let's go. You got a 6. Looks like you have to take the 6. Confirm that for me in chat. Take 6. Roll or stop? Roll, she says. You got a 6 and a 7. Or a 3 and a 10, which I don't think you're on track of. Okay, so you got a 6 and a 7. You got to take that 6. Roll or stop? Also confirm that you wanted to take that 6. I don't see anything else you can do. Take that 6 and stop. So we'll take some green pieces here. And we'll plop those on the board. And then it's my turn again. I got a 7 and a 2 potentially. I'll take the 7 and 2. So I'll go on top of Molly there, and I'll go 1 up the 7. and roll again. What do I got here? I got 8 and 11. I got 10. I got 9. I'm going to take the 9 and I'm going to roll again. I don't know if I want to roll again. I'm going to roll again. I got a 9. Oop, that's the wrong track. Wait, no, I took an 8, didn't I, on the first roll? Crap, my memory. Guys, on that first roll, did I take 8 or did I take 9 and put it in the wrong spot? Let me know. Keep me honest. Because I may have just busted. That's how my memory is. I think I busted. Yeah, I don't remember. Well, I had it on the fucking 8. I don't know. I had it on the fucking 8, so we're going to say I busted. I got to be careful where I take the pips, put the pips, and make sure I put them in the right spot. I'm going to slow down a little bit. It's Molly's turn. So let's take Molly's roll, since she has all 3 pips. And you don't have to put them on the same tracks. You can do new tracks this turn. You have 2 4s, a 1, and a 2. What do you want to do? You can do an 8 and a 3, or you can do a 5 and a 6. 8 3 or 5 6. You're not on any of those tracks, Molly. So it's totally up to you. 5 6, she says. 5 and 6. And you have a pip, so obviously you want to roll again. Let's see, what do you have? You have 2 3s, a 5, and a 4. So you could do a 6, you could do a 9, you could do an 8, you could do a 7. You're on 7, so I would recommend taking the 7. You can only take 1 this time because you can't move 8. You only have 1 pip. So do you want to take the 7? You only have 1 track left for this turn. 7. All right. So we'll put that right there. And do you want to roll or stop? Roll. Let's get that 7. Let's get 7 and one of your other tracks. You got a 7. You got a 5. Do you want to take 7 and 5? I think you have to. Yeah, you pretty much have to take 7 and 5. So I'm just going to do that for you. Roll or stop. Yeah, 7 5. Like I said, let's get your 7 and one other number. Roll, she says. Feeling lucky. You have 5 6 7. You have 9. You have 6. You have 10. Do you want to take the 6 or the 7? I don't think you can do both. No, you can't do both. Yeah, there's no way that pairs up. 6 or 7? I would go 7 because it's the longest track. You're on it. You're making good progress. But it's totally up to you. After my turn, I'm going to run for a refill. Right on. No big rush. Seven, she says. Good choice. Roll or stop. And roll. 5, 6, 7. I don't think you have it, Oh, no, you have a 6. I think you have to take a 6, but you have a 6. Right? Confirm in chat, you have to take the 6. I don't see another number you have on there. 6. And roll or stop. Roll, she says. You know, if you get nothing, you get nothing. You don't move anything. If you can't move a white token, you can't move anything. You don't move up the board. 6, 7. I think you have to take a 7 there, but confirm in chat. Seven, she says. And roll or stop. Stop, she says. All right, so we'll move you up there. We'll introduce 2 new blue pips. And ultimately, you can play all but one track. You have 11 colored pips. And Twisted's turn. Here's Twisted's first roll. Speaking of Twisted, I'm twisting the game board. Twisted, it looks like you're going to be taking 2 8s. So I'm just going to put that on there for you. And go ahead and roll again. That's not bad, though. That's not bad at all. Let's see, you can do 8 and 5. You can do 4 and 9. What other pairings can you do? That's all your pairings. 8 and 5 or 4 and 9. You just took 2 8s, so I would do 8 and 5, I mean. 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I don't know why I said 8 and 9. Ignore me. 4 and 9 or 8 and 5. I would take the 8 and the 5. Once you let me know. 4 and 9, she says. Okay. Oh, you are on 4 as well, so that's not too bad. All right, that's all 3 pips introduced. Do you want to roll again or stop? Roll. You have a 9. You have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 9. Boy. I assume out of this, you could take an 8, but I assume you want to do 2 9s. So let me know, do you want 1 8 or 2 9s? 2 9s, she says. Roll or stop? Roll, she says. You have an 8. I think that's all you have, but look at the dice and confirm. And let me know if you want to roll or stop. Eight and roll. There's an 8. There's a 10. There's a 5. I think you have to take an 8. Confirm in chat. Let me know if you want to roll or stop. Eight and roll, she says again. I think that's a bust. Confirm in chat whether or not you busted. But I'm pretty sure you busted, because that's 12, 12, 11 is all you can get is 11 or 12, I think. Did you just bust when you got 8 all the way up there? That's a bust, yep. That's what I thought. That's Twisted's turn. We're back to me. Man, unfortunate, Twisted. Unfortunate. What have I got? I've got a 7 here. That would give me 7 and 6. I could do 4 and 9. I could do 5 and 8. Let's take the 7. What did I say that goes with? A 6. And roll again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, and 11. I'm going to take 6 and 11. And roll again. That's a 7 and an 11. Oh, I'm gonna stop. All right, Molly's turn. You got 2 6s there, Molly, or you have a 7 and a 5. You're on 7 and 5 and 6, so it's totally up to you. Do you want 2 6s or a 7 and a 5? 2 6s. I'll put that right there, and you have 2 pips to play with, so I'll go ahead and roll again. So you've got 3 4s and a 3. I think that means you have to take 7 and 8. But that's not bad. So I'll go ahead and put you on 7 and 8 because you are forced to introduce if you can. And do you want to roll again or do you want to stop? I would say you're really, I know it's early in your turn, but you're really not in a bad spot to stop. Roll, she says. You have a 7 and a 6. Confirm that's what you want to take, 7 6. I think that's all you can take, to be fair. 7, 6. Roll or stop. You're in a really, really good spot on that 7 track. Roll. Pushing her luck. You have a 6 and a 6. Or just a plain old 7. Do you want 2 6s or do you want a plain old 7? 7, she says. Roll or stop. And stop. Let's go, Molly. And a new blue right there. And it is now Twisted's turn. I don't know if Twisted is back, but we're going to roll the dice for her real quick. Hi, Kelly. How are you? We're playing a board game. We're playing a board game called Can't Stop. Okay, so that's Twisted's turn whenever she gets back. 2 7s is pretty dope, but she's not on that track yet. 8 and a 6 would be... The 6 would be good for her, so I might go 8 and 6 rather than 2 7s. But we'll wait for Twisted to get back so she can tell me what she wants to do. This is a really fun game, Kelly. I really like it a lot. Two 7s and roll. Let me move my token down to green so I remember whose turn it is. Alright, what do you want, Twisted? You've got a 6, you've got a 9, you've got a 10, you've got a 5. What combination you want? You've got 2 free pips to play with. So you've got to introduce both pips on this turn here. On this roll. Yeah, Twisted, if you don't know, our puzzle room is Daisy May or Kelly. I think she's fine with her real name being out there. People say it a lot. 6 and 9, she says. So we'll put a 6 right here above the green. And introduce 9. Oh, Kelly! Thank you so much. Yeah, Daisy May is actually the little puppy dog. Are you gonna roll or stop, Twisted? Roll, she says. You've got 2 6s, a 5, and a 4. So you got your 9. What else do you have? I think you just have a 9. Let me know. Thank you so much again. Oh my god, thank you so much. 9 and roll. 9 and roll. You got a 6, 2 2s, and a 3. There's another 9 in there. I don't... is there something else? I don't think there's something else, but there's a 9 in there. Let me know what you want to do. 9 and roll. See, there's at least a 7. Oh, you have a 7 and a 6. I assume you want to take 7 and 6? And then let me know if you want to roll or stop. 6, 7, roll. Knocking the pips around here. There's a 9, there's a 6, there's a 7. 9 and 6 is what I would assume you want to do, but let me know. You could do just the 7. I think I would do 9, 6 and stop. 9, 6 and roll, she says. She cannot stop. Twisted cannot stop. You have a 9. You have a 5, or you have a 6. Let's see. There's a 9 in there. There's a 5 in there. There's a 6 in there. There's an 8 in there. You don't have 8s this turn. What do you want, Twisted? 9 and stop. All right, let's get a couple of greens here. And move this one up to here. Molly is so close on that 7 track. My turn. Give me a 12. Pretty please. Back, says Molly. Welcome back. Twisted actually stopped this turn. She didn't bust. A 6. I got an 11. Got an 8. I got a 10. I think I'll go 6 and 11. Since I am on those tracks. And roll again. I got a 12 and a 9. I can't do anything with the 9, but I can move the 12. I am going to stop because that finishes me a row. So now no one can take 12s. 12s are dead. I'm going to flip over anything on the 12 to indicate you cannot move that anymore. And it's Molly's turn. You cannot take 12s anymore. 12s are dead. Molly, I'll make your first roll here. You got a 5, you got a 4, you got a 2, and you got a 1. You could do 7 and 6. 7 and 6 would be a good combo. You could do 9 and 3. I wouldn't recommend that so much. You could do 6 and 6. 6 and 6 wouldn't be bad. Let me know what you want to do. 7, 6, she says. Good choice. And you still have a pip, so I'll give you an automatic roll again. You have a 6, you have a 4, you have a 3, you have a 2. Let me know what you want to do with it. Yeah, you could do 7 and 8. That would have you almost finished on the 7s. 7, And then you'll take the 8 because you have to introduce if you can. So we'll put 1 on the 8 right here. Blue is Molly, yep. And move the 7 up. Okay, do you want to stop or do you want to roll and try for that last 7? She says stop. And it is Twisted's turn. Make your first roll. You have a couple of 2s and a couple of 3s. Do you want 2 5s or do you want a 6 and a 4? I would take the 6 and the 4, Twisted. You're on both of those tracks. Six and 4, and of course roll because you still have a pip left. You have a 5, a 4, a 2, and a 1. That can give you another. That can give you 2 more 6s. Do you want to take 2 more 6s? That'll put you 1 short of 6, and you have another automatic roll on this turn. I would take the 2 6s. But do whatever you want to do. 2 6s, yeah. And you have another automatic roll because you still have 1 pip left. You have 2 6s, a 4, and a 3. You can't take a 12, so you basically have to take a 9 or a 10 or a 7. Molly's about to win the 7s. I would take the 9 because you're pretty far up the 9s. 9 and roll. Oh, so close to winning the 6, and she's going to roll. All pips on the board. We need a 4, a 6, or a 9. We got a 6 and a 9. Confirm you want to take 6, 9? 69? Nice, nice. I assume you want to do 6, 9 because that wins you the 6s. So I would do 6, 9, stop. Yeah, 6, 9, and stop. So we move that there. We move this up here, and we flip these to signify that's a dead track. And we move that right there. Good shot, Twisted. And that makes it my turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not on 8s. I'm not on 2s. 6s are dead. I'm not on 4s. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to take 2 and 8. 2 and 8. Sevens are dead, but I can take the 8. And I can't introduce a 7, or I can't move a 7. Wait, no, 7s aren't dead, so I have to take the 7. And I will roll again. 7 and 8 are good numbers. I got an 8. I'm going to roll. Give me an 11 and I'll stop. An 11 or a 2 and I'll stop. I think I busted. I'm pretty sure I've busted here. Let me look. I've busted. That's Molly's turn. Molly, I'll make your first roll for you. 3 2s and a 3. That basically means you have to take 4 5. Oop, I accidentally flipped that one, but you guys saw it. It was 3 2s and a 3. Yeah, you basically have to take 4 5. And you're already on 4, so that's not too bad. And we'll roll again. As long as you're happy with that, unless you see something else, but I don't think there's any other way to combine those. Yeah, 4 5, and we'll roll again because you have a pip left. Or a runner is what they're called. A runner. You have 2 5s, a 4, and a 1. You could do 10 and 5. That's an option. Or you could do 6, or you could do 9. You're not on 10, but you are on 5, and you're on 5 this turn. So I would go 10 5 personally. Because you know I'm obviously the pro at this game after playing it once. $10 5. 10 and 5. And roll or stop. And roll. You have 2 2s, a 1, and a 4. There's a 5 and a 4. Oh, I'm pretty sure you want to take the 4 5, but go ahead and confirm there's nothing different you want to take. I think 4 5 is what you have to take. Which is a beautiful roll for you right now. 4 5, she says. And roll or stop. And roll. She is rolling with the 4 5 10 combo. Let's go. Oh, you got a 10 in there. I don't think you can do anything else. I think you have to take a 10. Confirm that with me. Pretty sure you have to take 10. 10. And roll or stop. Stop, she says. All right, let's put a blue on that 10. Let's move this blue up to here. And let's put a blue on that 4. And that'll make it Twisted's turn. We'll do your first roll. Two 2s, a 5, and a 1. Man, Molly really needs one more 7. That's crazy that she didn't get a 7 in there. You can't go 6, so you can go 7 3, or you can go just 4. Four and roll. What did I say? You can't go 6? Yeah, you can't go 6. So 4 and roll. There's a 6 and a 7. Or a 4 and a 9. Well, obviously I would go 4 9. Because you can't take the 7 anyway. Or you can't take the 6 anyway, I mean. You can take the 7, but Molly's about to win the 7. So I would go 4 9. Especially since you're so close on the 9s. 4 9 and roll. 4 9, and yeah, it's an automatic roll because you still have a runner left. I put that in the wrong spot, sorry. I still put it in the wrong spot. You're green. That's why I have shit written down. You have 2 4s and a 3 and a 2. You could do a 7. You can't do a 6. You could do an 8. 7 or 8, basically. That's all I see. I would almost stop since you're right next to that 9. Eight and roll. You didn't want to advance your 7, huh? You were 3 up on the 7. Do you want to change your mind since you're 3 up on the 7? Or are you going with the one that has less chance of losing? Don't let me influence you too much. I'm just offering my thoughts. 8 and roll, she says. Okay. I just wanted to make sure when I saw your piece on that 7. You got an 8. You got a 10. You got a 9. You got an 8 or a 9. Obviously, I would take the 9 and stop because that gives you your second column. That's fair. I'm sorry. I'm just so used to giving my input. I will try my best to quit giving advice. I promise. Nine and stop. That's what I would do. So let's move that 9 up to there. The 9 track is dead. And then let's put a green pip there. And let's move that green pip up to there. Twisted is kicking ass right now. That puts it back to my turn. That's fair, Twisted. I understand. $12 can't be taken. 11 can be taken. In fact, I have 2 11s, so I will do that, and I can continue to roll. Don't want to move that yet, obviously. It's a 9 and a 4, maybe. Does that do me any good? No. What about 5, 6, 7, 8, and 5? That doesn't do me much good. 6 can't be taken. I could take a 7. I'm going to take a 7. And since I can't take a 6, I get to roll again with 1 runner left. Oh my god! I can't introduce or move anything with that roll. I just busted. I didn't get my 11s. I just busted with a runner left, guys. Because I rolled 4 6s. Molly, that makes it your turn. All I needed to do was roll anything but 4 6s or an 11. Yahtzee, says Molly. Yeah, no kidding. 2 6s, a 3, and a 4. What do you want, Molly? Take that 7 and keep going? Kill the 7 track? I can't believe I got 2 11s, had a pip left, and couldn't roll. Oh, man. 7, she says, good choice. I don't want to do that yet. I assume you want to roll. There are ways, obviously, you can still bust if you roll again. Do you want to roll or do you want to stop? Go buy a lotto ticket, though. Yeah, I need to again soon for the month. I buy one every month, pretty much. Roll. Take a little bit of risk. You have 2 6s, a 5, and a 3. You can do stuff with that. 9 is dead. 11's not dead. 8's not dead. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud, which is kind of like giving advice. What do you want to do, Molly? I don't know. What would Twisted do? Ask Twisted. LOL, what? What would Twisted do? Twisted? Eight and roll, says Twisted. Is that what you want to do, Molly? Oh, 9's dead. I think that's what you have to do. I think that's what you have to do anyway, is 8. Now that I look at the board. Roll. It's a little dangerous to roll. But she said what Twisted said. See, we've got 5, 6s are dead. Quit thinking out loud. That, yep. I think there's only one thing you can take here. Yeah, that's all you see. 5, and do you want to roll? Do you want to risk losing your 7s, or do you want to take the column? Stop, she says. All right. 7s are dead. And that's Twisted's turn now. 2 3s, a 2, and a 1. Let me know what you want to do, Twisted. Four and roll. 4. Oh, if you take 4, you have to take the 5. You have to introduce if you can. So you have to take the 5 if you take 4. Do you want to do that? Oh, okay. And still roll? You don't have to roll. The board's getting pretty risky. Roll, she says. Here's your dice. Let me know what you want. Oh, you have some good options here. Good, interesting options. Four, three, roll. 3, 4, and she's rolling. 3, 4, 5. Does she get it? I don't think so. Tell me if you see anything there, Twisted. What's up, Blue? We playing Can't Stop today. You crapped out? I thought so. That brings it around to my turn. See, those are dead, so 6, 7, 8. 8's not dead, but I'm not on it. 10's not dead, but I'm not on it. 6 is dead. Shit, I have to take 8 and 10. Well, I will roll. I don't mind if I crap out on this. I get a 10. And can I move on 9s? 9s are dead. 6, 7, 8. Do I want a 10 or an 8? I'll take the 10, and I will roll and hope I don't crap out on 8 and 10. Nines are dead, 12s are dead, 11s are not dead, and I'm on 10. I'll take 11, 10, and I will stop there. All right, that brings it to Molly's turn. All right, Molly, what do you want to do with this? That's not a bad roll for you, if you look at it. That's a great roll. Yeah, I think so. 8, 8, says Molly. Yeah. Roll again. It's totally possible to bust, so she says roll. 3 4s and a 1. Or 3 1s and a 4, sorry. 3 1s and 1 4. Ooh, that is also a really great roll. Are you going to take what I expect you to take? Two 5s, she says. Absolutely. Now here's the big question. Are you going to roll for it? She says stop. And that comes to Twisted's turn. Roll number 1. I'm not going to keep doing the automatic roll on the second one if you have runners left, because you can definitely need to stop before then, possibly. You can definitely need to. All right, Twisted, what do you want? I think you only have one option. Nope, you have... Oh, shit. Okay, let me know what you want, Twisted. It's getting to where we can bust on the first roll now. 8 and roll. And roll, she says. All right, Twisted, I think we're going to be on the same page here, but tell me what to do. In case I'm looking at the board wrong. 10 and roll. 3 2s and a 1. Four and roll. She's pushing her luck. We need a 4, an 8, or a 10. Hey. Pretty sure we did that. Let me know what to do. Eight and stop. Good choice. And that brings it back to my turn. $11, and I have to introduce 4. And I'm going to stop. That means 11 is now dead. Twisted and I both have 2 columns. That is Molly's turn. Here's your first roll. It is very possible now to bust on roll 1. Which really sucks. I think... Okay, Molly, let me know what you want to do. I don't think so. It doesn't say in the rules that you have to. It only says you have to introduce if you can. At least not what I read in the rules. If a player has introduced or moved at least one runner, they may choose to continue playing. So no, you don't have to introduce all 3 runners. 8 and roll, says Molly. Oh, okay, I was using all 3. Fair enough, yeah. Nope, according to the rules, that's not necessary. All right, Molly, what are you going to do here? Trying to keep this board looking nice and box looking nice and lined up with the board, but it's not really working, is it? 10 and stop. Okay, so we'll just move you up 1 since we know where you're going. And that brings it to Twisted's turn. And roll number 1. 3 6s and a 4. Ten and roll. Two 4s, a 5, and a 1. Eight and roll. Rolling, rolling, rolling. She's hoping for that 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a small straight. All right, Twisted, what you gonna do? There's an 8 there. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and roll. Can we get that 4? All right, what are we doing? Ten and roll. If you take the 10, you have to take the 5. So do you want to take the 10 and the 5? Because you have to introduce if you can. So if you take this 10, since you can introduce on the 5, you have to. Okay? Do you still want to roll? Roll. I just wanted to make sure you didn't want to take the 8 instead of the 10, because then you wouldn't have had to take the other pair. Alright, we got something to work with here still. Oh shit, you said nah, stop after... You call it if it was a stop or a roll. Because I rolled when I saw roll. I would count it as a roll. I know that's advice, I'm sorry. It's okay, 5 and stop. Yep. So let's put a green on the 5. We are now all stacked up on the 10s. And move this up on the 8s. That brings it back to my turn. I'm not in a very good position anywhere right now. We're tied on the 10s. I really got to hope for those 10s, basically. That's not it. I think I have to take a 5, and I will roll. Seven's dead. 6 is dead. So I will take... Oh, 11's dead. So I'll take 10. Not move my personal pip, move the white pip. And you know what? I'll roll. I can go 8-5, so that's what I'll do. Five, 8, 10. I'm really behind on the board right now. Twisted's close to winning the 4s. I'm gonna stop. That makes it Molly's turn. Let's do Molly's first roll of the turn. All right, Molly, let me know what you want to do. You can't take the 6, but you can take the 5. You want to take the 5? The 6 is dead. You want to take that 5 and stop? Or roll again or stop? That's what I would do. I don't know if I would roll or stop, honestly. That's a hard choice. Roll, please. Alrighty. Don't hit a dead track. Hit that 2. Didn't hit the 2. I think you only have one option here, but confirm that and let me know what you want to do. LOL, cheers, Molly. Yeah. Five, 4. Yep, that's what I would do. I think that's the only option you had. Now, do you want to roll? Mary, yeah, this is the board game I just got in that I posted about. Are you going to roll, Molly? Stop, she says. And Molly takes the 5s. That means these 5s are dead. That makes its Twisted turn. Twisted's first roll is a 1, a 2, a 5, and a 6. Let me know what you want to do. Eight and roll. Good choice, I think. Good choice. I had a hair on my board and it bothered me. All right, what do you want to do? I think you only have one option here. Yeah. and 3, which means you also have to take the 10. 10 and 3. Okay, yeah. I see that now. That's what you said. I just missed the 10 and. Roll or stop. Oh, you said 10 and... Well, since you took the 3, I want to confirm. Do you want to roll or stop? Stop, she says. Alrighty. And that brings it back to me. This is a real race now, guys. If Molly gets a 2, she wins. Oh, wow. What do I have? I could take that and that. No, I could take... I'll take my 4, and 7 is dead, so I can't take it. I'll roll it. I'll roll it. I gotta push. I think I'm just gonna keep pushing now at this point. 3, I gotta take the... Well, hold on. 6, 7, 8. 8's not dead. 6, 7's dead. I'm gonna take the 8. And push. Take another 8. And push. Feels dangerous to keep going now. Yeah, but I'm so far behind on my tracks that I have to. And I bust. That means it's Molly's turn. Two 6s, a 3, and a 4. No, I had 3 6s and a 3. So I only had 12 and 9 as options. $47 likes? Really cool. I have 8 likes. $10 and roll, please. Pushing for those 10s or those 4s. Ooh, looky there. We have a 3, 2 3s, a 2, and a 1. You need 3 more likes? Yeah, to get to 50, that would be dope. What are we doing, Twisted? Yeah, it's you. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. I'm sorry, I was... Holy shit. Sorry. And that means I put the wrong... No, it's not you, Twisted, and I put the white in the wrong place. Okay, Molly, what do you want to do? Molly, correct me next time. Yell at me next time I say it's Twisted and not you. It's still Molly's turn. I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry. I even have the penny on the right turn. So Molly advanced 10 and rolled. This is Molly's second roll. What do you want to do, Molly? I think you only really have 1 or 2 choices here. Nah, man, the problem is that I'm not stoned, so I'm not thinking straight. And I was so excited for that roll when I saw the 4. I was like, ooh, Twisted could win soon. 3 and stop, please. Oh, she wants the 3, not the 4. 3 and stop. 6 is dead, so you can't take that, so you're not forced to. 3 and 10. Now it's Twisted's turn. Now you need those 4s and 10s. No, Molly. I mean, you are stoned, but that wasn't the problem. All right, Twisted, what do you want to do? You'd like a 3, a 1, and 2 2s. You got a 4, a 2, and 2 1s. Three and a roll. I wasn't sure if you were going to take the 3 or the 2. The 2 would have been an interesting choice to try to chase Molly. But 3's a good choice too, I think. And roll it. All right, what do you want to do here? Oh. Okay, what do you want to do? Sorry, guys, I had to do a squat real quick to pop my knees. 5 and 8. You can't take the 5, but we can do the 8. 5's dead. And you're sure you want to roll? Oh, yeah, you said roll. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. I like that. Risk it for the biscuit, she says. What's up, Brody? How you doing, buddy? I assume I know what you're going to do here, but tell me anyway. 3, 8, and roll. No, no. I haven't rolled yet, and you're saying no. Say stop if you want me to stop. And Mary, Rhodey, and Mary. 4 and stop, not 3 and 8. Okay, okay. Let me back that up. I'll let you back that up. And stop, she said. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And that brings it back to my turn. I really need some luck here. I am in a shite position. Take 3s, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take an 8. Yeah, that's 8. And a 3, which I'm not on, so I'll introduce 3s. And I will roll because I have to. I have to catch up. I have an 8. And I can't introduce 6. And I will roll. Be right back, says Mary. Have a 2 and a 7. I'll take the 2. Oh, I'm on 2 now, so I'm going to stop. And that makes Molly's turn. All right, Molly, let me know what you want to do. That's funny, Twisted. Yeah, I would never do that robotic text-to-speech. I think it's annoying. Eight. And roll, she says. Get a 2? No 2. I think you only have one number you can take out of that. Let me know if you see something else, though. Let me know what you want to do. Four and roll. Pushing. Push it. Push it real good. 7. You have a 5, a 4, a 3, and a 2. 6 is dead. 5, 6, 7. Okay. Let me know what you want to do. To be fair, I think you only have one option. Eight and stop. And twisted. A 6, a 5, a 3, a 2. Ooh. No advice. No advice. Zero advice. I'm not giving advice. 2 8s and roll. Yeah, you saw it. A 6, a 5, a 3, and a 2. 3 columns top to win. It's a cool game. Yep, Mossy. There's 2 8s here? Oh, there is 2 8s again. 2 8s. Do you want to stop? Actually, you do want to stop. Say stop and make it official. Stop. Because guess what just happened? Twisted is officially the winner. Congratulations, Twisted. Now I got to put everything away. Congratulations, Twisted. I should have taken a screenshot or something of the win. I'm sorry. I can always do that later. I can go back into the stream later, take a screenshot, and send it to you, Twisted. Post it on my channel.
No.
So, Mossy, have you played this before? You just saw the win? It's very hard to read the text. You want something black surfaced? GG, even though I don't know what's going on. I will keep that in mind. I don't have a black towel right now. Long time ago in the 1980s. Yeah, it's an old game, I found out. I just got it for 25 bucks after shipping. The reason it's so cheap is because it's not a board, it's a roll-up mat. But, like, it seems high quality, so I'm fine with it. Because the cool thing, it's kind of nice, is you just take this mat and you roll it up. And you stick it right in the box like that. What do you guys think? Was that pretty fun? Forgot to put the rules in the box. Can't see the text of honey against the white, or I can't, but I'm not on a computer. The original was cardboard, yeah. 2000-ish remake, very cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Did you guys have fun? Yeah, post it in the paddy wagon. I sure will. Guys, let me know if I should find a black background or a different kind of color background, like Mary's saying. I could just, like, try to color the back of that box black. Let's see, how much battery do I have? I have just enough battery to stay live for a little bit. A dark background. Okay, that's something we'll try to work on. I'll try to get a darker background for it before we play again. So, t-shirt? Yeah, put a t-shirt. I don't have any dark velvet, no. Gotta check in on specs here.
Hey, Teeny, it's nice to see you. Teeny K.
You could see it okay, but a dark background would look cool. Okay.
And before that, I was watching
Velvet, it's a cool thing to keep around, yeah. Yeah, I would line that box with velvet if I had it. That's not a bad idea. You're at 30 for the day? I'm so sorry.
Forget about it. Gosh, I just heard someone open my gate. But it moves out there. Doing okay. How are you, Kage? I think I just heard someone open my gate. But it moves out there. I try not to take anxiety medicine because I don't want people to say like I'm psycho, I'm crazy. Like I thought maybe that I could not go to the doctor anymore for my heart or anything.
I'm gonna do a shop. Yeah, we're gonna chat for a little bit while I listen to specs.
And I think that was a bad idea.
I've still got you running, Mary. Don't worry.
I won't. Love you, baby. Sorry.
I've had you running the whole time.
So all this is gonna do is get the people that make fun of the people. Thank you so much, Rainbow Man. I hate when people make fun of people.
Oh, actually, my phone's at 29%. Maybe I should end the stream.
With mental health issues,
How's that sound, guys?
it's disgusting. Mental health issues can be anything. Anxiety, depression, bipolar, BPD, a whole bigger list than we could ever realize, right? I'm gonna ask you guys, do me a favor, okay? Don't ever use that against someone.
Good night, Molly.
And for those of you
Thank you so much for playing, guys. That took a lot longer than I thought it would, but with the chat delay and having 3 players instead of 2, I guess that makes a big difference. That was a lot of fun for me. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Congratulations again, Twisted. Great game. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Good night, Rhodey. Bye-bye.